What is going on, crypto friends? Thank you guys for joining me and Kenn Bosak for another episode of the NFT Beat. What up, Ken?
How goes it, bros? I forgot to put you on the headphones, so they may hear you through my microphone. So let me fix that right now. Sorry about that, everybody.
It's all good, man. Looking good. I'm loving this setup. You know, every time we have you on the stream, your desk is cleaner. I think it's like there's less clutter and it's like cleaner. I'm liking it. It's a new Bosak, dude. You're turning over a new Bosak leaf of cleanliness. I think is that what it is? He's like, I'm focused. So
great. Now I can't hear.
He's like, now I can't hear nothing. He'll
now
come
I
back.
can. Now I can.
Yeah, there we go. Got to turn them on first, man.
It gets a little bit cleaner here and there, but it's just out of boredom. I think there's less and less to do in the real world because of the lockdown.
Yeah.
So whenever I find myself not doing anything on the computer, I'm just like constantly cleaning things that are already clean. I feel like that's pretty relatable for everyone. I feel like I could walk into any one of my friends and they'd probably either be tweeting or cleaning because they're the only two things to do. Nah,
you got so many other things that you'd be doing. Don't be lying, man. You got like a million interviews,
if I'm not on the computer,
podcasts.
I'm cleaning, bro. And I feel like everyone, that's all there is to do.
That's all there is anymore. Just cleaning.
It feels like it's my life. So I rearranged my room, my office a few times. I like the new setup though. I think I'm going to stick with this. I wonder what the community thinks. You know, it feels a little profesh that they can see the work desk.
I like
otherwise, I like yours though, because it cuts out the desk and it's just you. So is it too far away or could Stache use a desk and step back a little bit from the camera too? I'm curious what the chat thinks.
Yeah, that's a good point. You know, my preference would be maybe you were a little more zoomed in. Like maybe we could see it like a little less desk and a little more Bosak. You know, I think that would be cool, man. I don't know if you guys have an opinion though. Let us know what you guys think. I mean, I have to have the green screen, and the way it's set up, like my desk, and the camera, I have a corner desk, right? So it's like it'd be really hard to do what you're doing too. I'd have to get a new desk setup. I think that's what I would have to do.
These are only $100 at Staples, and I recommend everybody go and buy them out of business because it's stupid cheap. And this is a really nice desk.
Is it high-low? Is it one of those ones that goes up and down?
No, it's just it's a standard. That's why I think it's so cheap right now. There's the new rising desks are the standards. So these nice ones that used to cost $300 are like $100 now because they don't move. If I go down or up, I think if I raise my chair up, I feel weird. So I just lower the chair a little bit.
Low rider.
Yeah, my desk doesn't have hydraulics, but so maybe you could check out your Staples, dude. $100, and it has a really nice design that you can't see on the other side for like your wire. Management.
All the things. You if you could see my desk and everything that contains on my it's massive, dude. Everything here, I would need so many extra shelves, and there's so many like collectibles and toys and Star Wars shit and like everything. I don't even know what I would do with it all, man. I'm like, that's almost like.
I feel bad not showing that off in the background because when you tune in to a lot of other people who do kind of what we're doing, they show off their collectibles in their background, and I'm just like, mine won't fit.
I pull some down every once in a while. Like you want here, I'll pull one down here for you guys. You can see like, let me grab this one. Oh my gosh, I can almost. Oh, this is one of my favorite old school ones. So this is an original Rancor from Star Wars, from the original series, like that Kenner made, like in the 80s. And then he's got a sand person he's gonna eat, and he's got like.
Why has he got to eat him? Why can't that just be his friend that he's carrying?
They're not friends, man. The Rancor's not friends with anybody. Anyways,
let's break the stereotypes.
Yeah.
Sand people are friends, not food.
So wow, we got a bunch of stashers in the channel, man. So many people with a mustache these days. I almost can't believe it. Like it looks like almost every other person that's commenting has a stash, which means that they are subscribed to my channel and they get those cool CryptoStache animated emotes, which are actually NFTs too. If you guys didn't know, these are the emotes that you get as a sub. They're NFTs and they're limited edition, and they'll be tradable here soon on the Theta network. So definitely a really cool investment if you guys want to get some of those. But subscribing to the channel, I appreciate all my subs, man. Really appreciate you guys being here.
I think you posted a tweet with a dead link in it.
Did I?
I just saw it on Twitter. Yeah, it's all right though. I got here. I just wanted to get into so I could see the chat and
It's always the same. So hopefully we get some, and we got some new people. It looks like in chat too. Linky Dog says this is his first day on Theta. Welcome, Linky Dog, and congratulations. How do you do this? You watch us. We talk about NFT collecting and all the news and tips and tricks. You earn some T fuel while you watch, and you can get tons of great prizes and giveaways, you know?
Oh, bro, I wanted to put that on your peripheral since you're talking about this. For people that subscribe to my YouTube or Patreon and Vim TV, those subscribe, much like, Theta here for your channel, I give them an NFT from my wax store. So maybe consider thinking of doing a specific wax NFT that you only give to people that have a mustache in the chat when you ask for their wax addresses.
Ooh, that's true. That's a good idea. Yeah, we got to do some special drops for subs.
Absolutely.
I love it. So let's get into this today. I'm gonna drop an NFT right now, man. We'll drop one in chat for you guys. Good luck whoever got that one.
I'm gonna drop one or two, but they're like $50 NFTs, so I'm gonna wait for the topic of conversation before I drop them.
I love it. All right, all good by me, man. All good by me. I didn't have as many to give away today. Or I set up for giveaways today, but they will be there. So there's one for you.
I feel like everybody can hear my dog barking right now.
First time watching on Theta. Guala, thank you so much. Thank you guys for hanging out on Theta and kicking it with us. We are live on YouTube as well. So if you're like, hey, you're on YouTube, welcome. You guys are also welcome here. All the party is happening on Theta though, guys. That's where we do all the NFT drops.
Is there a link in the YouTube description box for them so they can just go on YouTube, look in the description box, click the link, and come right here to Theta?
They should. I should do that. I'll do that next time for sure. But we'll if you guys want to, it's CryptoStache.theta.tv, or you just go to theta.tv. I'm on the front page. That's how I roll, man.
Respect.
You can't miss that mustache.
Tuning in. I do have a special couple NFTs I want to give out, so stay tuned.
Yeah, for sure. But I still have so much mustache left for everyone on YouTube and for hanging out there too. So if you guys are hanging and joining us there, I appreciate you.
I'm sorry, dude. My dog's really trying to get my attention right now.
He's like, it's the NFT Beat. Why can't I be a part of it? All right.
There's other people here. She wants my attention. I'm so sorry. I don't know what to do.
Oh no, it's all good. So let's talk. Let's jump into things and talk a little bit about what we have going on today, because there's a lot of news, guys. There's a lot going on, and we got to jump into it. So while Ken gives his dog some loves and lets him in the room,
I had to let her in.
We're gonna go look at this real quick. And so NFT Bark, sir. NFT Bark. Yeah. What a cutie. I love his call.
Her name is Nina.
Oh, her name.
Not all dogs are he's.
That's right. I just just automatically go to that.
It's like
good
dogs
boy.
are boys, cats are girls.
Yeah, kind of, right? All right, so jumping into the markets today, just so we can kind of recap what's going on, then we're going to look at the NFT markets. So I just want to really quickly jump down the list here. And thank you guys for the follows, everyone who's following us here on Theta. So Bitcoin, man, Bitcoin has just been messing with our emotions for the last couple weeks, actually. As we know, and the trend is every Tuesday, the price of Bitcoin is always about the same as it was last Tuesday, which we're about right there anyways. It was around 59, and now it's around a little bit over lower than 58. But it's been bouncing around this 58, 59. Like, it wants to get past 60K, but it just can't right now. I don't know.
It'll get there.
Yeah, it'll get there. Ethereum, pushing into all-time highs here with, it going over 2,000 and sustaining that here over the last 7 days, which has been kind of nice to see. The real talk of the town, though, has been BNB on fire, man, up 43%, as well as XRP, too, with a big push over the last 7 days. A lot of people are like, XRP is dead. I'm like, I know that coin isn't dead. I'm not a fan of XRP, but there was definitely an opportunity there when it was sitting at such a low price for a good amount of time there, and it wasn't pumping like all these other altcoins, these top altcoins were. So big return from XRP there. And then just kind of round out the top 10, Polkadot still doing pretty well, up over $43 on the 7 day, up 26%. Cardano definitely not lagging too far behind. We saw a pretty big spike here recently with a little bit of retraction. And then Uniswap, Litecoin, Chainlink rounding out the top. Now, Theta has been bouncing around into the top 10, and you can see all these products are very close in market cap when you look at what's going on. Stellar and Theta, Bitcoin Cash, they're all kind of around there. And so all it takes is just one good pump. Now, Theta has retraced a little bit here over the last 7 days, about 11%. So in counter to what has been going on, it was counter trading to the rest of the market for at least a good month, if not longer. So so seeing a healthy pullback here, I think it makes a lot of sense. And it wasn't that big. I mean, 10% pullback, so it wasn't huge. I think Theta has a lot more to go. And they did push their mainnet 3.0 launch back to until June. It was supposed to launch this month, so I think there was a lot of hype leading up to that. And then they decided that they wanted to do some more NFT functionality, and so that's why they kind of pushed it back here. So it makes a lot of sense to me, in my opinion.
Yep.
And then, I mean, just kind of going down the list here, some other standouts. BitTorrent, man. Apparently, this BitTorrent was getting pumped by the TikTokers that get into crypto, that love to devastate their following because they don't know jack shit about crypto. I saw a one about a dude that was like telling people to invest some sort of like scammy Star Wars based coin, and like all the people he told to do it lost their money. He's got like a ton of followers or something. I was kind of laughing, like this dude still has pimples all over his face, and he's like 16 years old. Yet you're taking financial advice from these people. I'm just like, all right, well, good luck, guys. I don't know, but BitTorrent pumped almost 200%. Or 165% over the last 7 days, and it's definitely retracing, but still put it, shot it up here into the top 20, which is kind of crazy.
I do like BitTorrent token, by the way.
I mean, me too, man. To be really honest, yeah, I'm not hating on BitTorrent with that at all. I have been holding BTT since they launched. I've been using uTorrent and the BitTorrent network for like a decade, 2 decades or something, like a long time, man. And so when they got bought out by Tron, I was like, I'm totally going to hold on this long term. I was earning some
utility, especially if you're used to the whole seeding and leeching economy, of seeding and leeching the torrents.
Yeah.
Having some kind of reward and incentive for it totally made sense.
Yeah.
It was like a basic attention token, but for torrents when I looked at it.
Yeah, and so, as much as I'm not a big fan of the Tron network in general, I've always been a big fan of BitTorrent. They got bought out, obviously, so, you could say, oh, well, I hate BitTorrent because of that, but I mean, the product viability for that end user product, which already had millions of people using it, made more sense to me than anything else that was going on a Tron network, so kind of funny.
So much for that crypto.com Snoop Dogg pump.
Oh my gosh, we're going to talk about that, man, because I'm not happy about that, and I don't know what your thoughts are yet, but we're definitely going to be talking about that today. So yeah, just kind of, rounding out the top here, a couple other coins that have kind of stood out here. Hollow had a big run over the last 7 days. I don't know, I'm not really convinced on that. I feel like, every coin that was around at some point and did something is going to get a pump here, because people are looking for anything to like pump, like, oh, this is the, it's hot. And like, man, this thing's been around forever. It hasn't done like Civic, some of these ones are like, I don't know what the hell you guys are thinking, but whatever. Some other faves like Celsius Network has seen a pretty good uptrend here over the last 7 days. Pancake Swap also looking good, another one of my favorites. Enjin Coin, even though they announced JumpNet and Efinity, has been down over the last 7 days. We're going to talk about them and some of the gaming aspects of that in a little bit too. But let's go look at the NFT market cap, because that's really what I care about. I don't really give a shit about some of these other things. I mean, a little bit, right? I mean, I care a little bit, but
some have to do with the other in some sense or fashion,
I'm more concerned about, they do, and I'm more concerned about the NFT market capitalization, because there's been a little bit of change here, and this is something that we've talked about, like, oh man, nothing is going to dethrone Enjin, but with this last bleed out that Enjin had here over the last couple of days, they've dropped down in market capitalization, and Theta has just surged. And Theta is now being included in this this listing here, right? So now that's why that's why they've kind of become the number one by market cap, because they are launching NFT features, and they've been really pushing that, and so that's something I've been working on
Binance
too.
So isn't Binance supposed to be here now?
Well, Binance is, but not as a token though.
They have a marketplace though for what's his name, Mr. Beast partnered with CZ to make a BNB NFT marketplace.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. We'll have to look into that for sure. So anyways, but I just want to let you guys know. So yeah, new tokens being added here, and that kind of changes the way things look. But Chill's coming in at number 2, Enjin at number 3. But you can see a lot of these coins, a lot of these NFT projects have been bleeding out quite a bit here over the last 7 days. I mean, pretty significantly. You see, Ecomi down almost 25%, Decentraland down 12%. Flow kind of maintaining a little bit. Some of these other ones down. It's Sand down. RFox has been steadily keeping a good uptrend here over the last 7 days, so that's good to see. Axie Infinity kind of back and forth, so up 40%, but has been bleeding out a little bit here.
Ecomi daily volume is so pathetic.
So the 24-hour volume here in comparison to all the rest of the projects is kind of crazy, right? To see this, like when you look at the actual volume compared to the other top projects. I mean, the only one that kind of is in comparison is RFox. A lot less 24 volume on RFox than on Ecomi, but yeah, comparative to the other projects here in the top 10, the
just
daily
imagine
volume
having a couple Bitcoin and feeling like manipulating a market. Drop one Bitcoin on Ecomi and blow it up.
Yeah, it definitely would. Something like that would definitely make waves in a lot of these smaller markets. WaxP coming a number 11, and so it's kind of still hanging around that 25-cent mark. Ultra, another one of my favorites. A little bleed out. Like most of these coins definitely have been bleeding out. Super Farm down 28%. Atari though up 66% over the last week. That's a coin that I've been very heavy on here over the last since they launched. I was telling everybody, hey, this is the Atari's going big, man. They're not messing around. This is not like one of those small entries into blockchain, right? And so also Whale up. Whale maintaining here really mostly over the 7-day. TVK down. I don't know anything about Git protocol, but apparently they're an NFT based project. I've not really dove into them at all. Have you ever looked into Git protocol at all?
Nah.
Yeah.
But I guess I gotta get going on that.
Yeah, I mean, in general, we stay abreast of like all kinds of things going on in the NFT space. It's hard to keep track of all of them. It really is.
NFTX under 200. That's what I was looking for. I might pick one up today. I think I waited like 4 weeks for that.
Yeah, exactly. So, so there are some good buy opportunities today, guys. That's kind of what I'm trying to point out here. I
just mention it every time we're live. I'm waiting. I might as well call it. Like I'm probably gonna buy some now.
Yeah, and so I mean, if we went and looked at the chart for something like this, let's go look and see how good of a buy this actually might be. So yeah, I mean, not bad. It's under 100 is definitely a decent point. Looking at this 180-day chart, yeah, I mean under 200. Like the next real resistance is about $100. So I don't see a lot really between then, and I don't know that it's going to drop down that much. I guess it just depends on how much of a pullback we continue to see in the markets here for NFTs,
or potentially who gets added to the index.
Or potentially, who gets added. It really does depend there. And so some other up-and-coming products. Alluvium is definitely a product that's been on my scope. I need to do a more deep dive into this gaming company and stuff like that, but definitely looks promising and may look. You guys may be able to look for something on that soon on my channel. Ooh, that's not what we're trying to do. There we go. I'm all over the dang place today. There's some scam on Ecomi Vivo the last few days where someone posted it as an escrow agent people were using in one of the discords and scammed a load of OMI. Ooh, that's horrible to hear, man. No matter what the project is and what's going on, I hate to hear people getting scammed. Yeah. And sorry to hear that, Tigniz Monsters. Sorry to hear that, man. That's unfortunate, man. T-Fuel accumulates really slowly. Yeah, it does. T-Fuel does accumulate really slowly, guys, but over time you definitely earn, T-Fuel on this platform. Don't feel like I'm not seeing anything. It also has to do with your peers too. So if you don't have people that you can send, your excess bandwidth to, then you may not be getting T-Fuel. It's just part of how the network works. So the more people on data that you can then, push your bandwidth to that are close peers, the more that you'll be able to get on that. So.
Full disclosure, just bought one NFTX, so let's see what happens.
There we go. How was Godzilla NFT a fail? Someone asked.
Ooh, what's up? It's not though. You got to think long term. Again, with the street and everything.
So we'll talk about that because I have a little bit of a different opinion on that, but we're going to get into that today too and jump into this. So we looked at a little bit of the market cap. I want to just get right into the nitty gritty of the news because, like I said, we do have a lot of things going on today. Like. So many things.
There were like 3 main stories a day this whole week that we, in between our last show, there were so many like major events happening. It's hard to kind of pick.
Yeah. I hope I got them. I hope I got the bulk of them. Like I said, I try and put out.
The Mr. Beast and CZ thing just came on my Telegram a little bit ago. So
yeah, that's something I didn't see yet. So I was doing a bunch of looking today, and I didn't queue that up. But maybe we'll see. Maybe we can queue it up here at the end or something, or get it going.
You see Playboy's announcement?
Did I see who?
Today, Playboy announced their NFTs.
No, I did not.
I figured you might not want to talk about that too much. So.
Well, no, we got a packed show today, but maybe we'll talk about it next week. Just remind me.
For sure.
I want to talk about all the things for sure. Okay, so this is the first bit that I want to jump into because I feel like this is pretty huge news when it comes to NFTs, and in particular, on the Wax blockchain. But they are introducing a Binance launch pool for TLM, the currency that powers Alien Worlds. This is huge news, guys. So not only did Alien Worlds just recently announce that they just they opened it then closed it really quickly, but that they are going to have a bridge from Wax to Ethereum to Binance, right, to Binance Smart Chain BSC, which is an Ethereum compatible chain, so it's pretty much the same thing. But I don't know why you would send them ever to Ethereum. Always send to Binance Smart Chain because the fees are so much cheaper. You'd be remiss to be sending to Ethereum. But Binance just announced that starting, kind of today-ish, it's UTC time. So I don't know what 7 a.m. UTC is tomorrow. Yeah, it's going to be they're going to be on the Binance launch pool. If you guys don't know how big this is, previous projects that have been on here, you've seen the return of investment on these launch pool projects has been insane. So in kind of the interim of this bridge launching and the launch pool also being announced, TLM shot up to like $3. Did you know that, Bosak?
Wait, what?
What? I know it went up to like $3 because there was a limited time where that bridge was open when they did some testing or something, and they closed it real quick like yesterday. A few people got to send them through, and then then trading was happening essentially, and I think it was on the MXC exchange, and there was the price was going through the damn roof, man, but there was just no liquidity, right? So I think it's kind of equalized now, but that's just kind of
that's freaking crazy.
I think that's a precursor. It's at $1 kind of, right? It's at $1 plus right now. So we definitely could see it go a little bit higher, especially with this launch pool. So they're going to launch that pool here. It's a 30-day staking period on Binance. And you're essentially farming it by staking BNB or BUSD tokens on the platform, and you earn TLM by doing that. And so I'm farming Alien Worlds every day, and I'm gonna be farming Alien Worlds in Binance too every day for the next 30 days. I don't know about you, Bosak, but
I've been I got my own land. I got 2 pieces of land, man. I got a land pack. I got we set up a farm. So if you mine on my land in Alien Worlds, I think we have the same like territories, right? Cavian?
Yeah, we're gonna be competing. I think. Wait, are you going for Cavian Council?
No. I mean, I just.
Okay, you got to support me for council. Then.
Yeah, I'll vote for you. People don't really have to vote for
me.
Vote
for Stache.
I don't want to. Yeah, vote. He's the responsible. Vote for him, please. He'll be way more responsible as class president. If you put me in charge, we'll get Kool-Aid at the water fountain. So that's about all.
I'll put Kool-Aid at every water fountain.
If people farm on my land right now, 3413. Basically neighbors to Stache, you'll end up getting some of my NFTs that are only obtainable by the people who mine on my Alien Worlds land.
Yes.
And
I love
I'm fairly certain Stache's is coming next, so we could have a fair fight.
There we go, man. I love it, man. So you guys can't go wrong on mining on Bosak's land or mining on my land. No matter what, we love you. No matter whose land you're mining on, it's all good. But mine on my land though. And so
at least vote for Stache.
Yeah, at least vote for me. Yes. But Bosak has the NFTs first, man. I may be getting that functionality to my land here pretty soon. So go mine on his land for now, so you can mine those NFTs and get those sweet bro NFTs. Because that's like the only way to get them. So I definitely recommend it. So there's so much going on with the Alien Worlds right now. It's kind of insane, man. They're really moving at a big pace. They have some of the most I think it's the top game right now with the most daily active users The DAU is a pretty good metric to go by.
Yeah, they're passing Splinterlands, which is kind of impressive.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. And right now it's just a passive mining game, guys. Wait till they actually launch the actual game version where you're playing and doing things, right? Right now it's very passive. You just go, you mine, you do your thing, and that's great. Yeah, so you guys can see a little bit about the details here of what's going on for this Launchpad. There is a 10 billion maximum supply for this. It's going to be a 30-day mining period on Binance. I'm going to go and start today as soon as we get off of this this live stream. I'm going to go put all of my stuff in and start getting that that free TLM, man, because I don't know why I wouldn't want it. It's awesome. But yeah, so really cool that they have launched their bridge. They're launching on Binance launch pool, and a little bit about the teleport function is right here. They kind of talk a little bit about it. So essentially, going from Ethereum to Wax to Binance Smart Chain, which I think is very important. And this is a little bit like it goes into detail on how to do this. So
you know what I think this is going to inspire, bro?
Yeah.
It's going to have somebody's going to create a DApp for these Wax and Binance NFTs to have some utility on Ethereum. They it's if you build it, they will come kind of thing. They're already coming, right? So the incentive to build it's like a guarantee. Yeah. So imagine saying earlier when you mentioned, I don't know why anybody would want to bring a Wax NFT to Ethereum, just go right to Binance. Well, because of this bridge, somebody might build a really cool DApp to use Wax NFTs while you're on your way to Binance or something like that. I don't know.
I mean, there are possibilities of something you could build or develop that would be beneficial there. But I mean, Binance Smart Chain is 1-to-1 compatible with Ethereum. Everything that you can do on ETH, you can do on BSC. But the fees are like 20 cents or something. I just don't know why anyone would do it on Ethereum. Like if you're going to do something cool that's something like, then do it on BSC. It's the same exact functionality. It's literally just like building on Ethereum, but just it's Binance Smart Chain instead. So I don't know, but So your land was a 3413, right?
Yeah, Cavian 3413. I don't know if it's live right now. We did a test run. Everything looked great. So either right now or any minute, whatever, sometime soon. Again, it could be live right now because I'm live and I don't know. But yeah, there's only 420 of these, and they're the Minecraft Bro. So it's just like a Minecraft style version of me with a pickaxe, and the only way to get it is to be mining on my Alien Worlds land. And I'm sure Stache will have some really cool things that you could only get from mining on his land as well. And the reason I thought about doing that only thing was because now the only way to get it is from somebody who earned it. Yeah. So I think rewarding people with something that is that status of like some sort, where it's like it was worth earning because that's the only way to get it. And maybe if you can earn two, you can keep one and sell one, and now you can get some Wax for the time you spent. Plus, you're going to get some Trillium and other Alien World NFTs anyway. Yeah.
I mean, there's lots of really cool things, like I said, that you can work out with this, and I think it's just kind of the beginning. We're going to see more and more of this, more NFT functionality like this coming to not just Alien Worlds, but I think lots of different games. They're kind of pioneering the way here and showing people here's what works, here's a good format. And I think that's a big thing to take advantage of right now,
Yeah, if anybody wants to watch my interview with Michael Yates on Alien Worlds before they launched, we talked about all of this and seen all this playing out. I bought the land and I told my community, I saw Alien Worlds with that, thing you had to give them time. And still, like Stache said, this is just the very basic beginning of what they're doing.
It so is, man. I'm excited for what's to come here, dude. Mustache Love, Dogecoin Kid. Thank you so much for the sub, man. Welcome to the Stacher, the Elite Stacher Club there. And I appreciate you subbing to the channel, man. You got those sweet new emotes. Just make sure you go claim them in your account. All right, yeah. So kind of just looking at this, man. Like I said, big things coming from Alien Worlds. They've done a really great job on development, and I'm very proud to be, part of a little part of the community. Having land there, supporting, doing content around them, mining, just having fun with the game. Like I enjoy it, man. I think they're doing a great job, and helping to really pioneer what's going on with games on Wax. So a lot of fun. All right, let's move on to our next piece of news, and this is quite the piece of news. So they just announced this like yesterday, I think it was, that Guy Oseary, Ashton Kutcher, Mark Cuban, and Snoop Dogg, amongst others, are teaming up for a Shark Tank like NFTs The Pitch. So I don't know if you saw this, Bosak, or what you thought about this, man, but very interesting. And they so basically what's going on is it's launching later this month, so it's going to happen very soon. I don't know if it's going to be like really a TV show, or if it's going to be like an online series, or how they're really going to do it. But they're going to be giving it's a $1 million pitch competition for like the best NFT idea. And so you got Snoop Dogg, you got Mark Cuban, you got a couple of the people from our community, which I'm glad at least to see some community members. Whale Shark, if you guys know Whale Shark, obviously from the Whale Project. Metakoven, the guy who paid $69 million for that Beeple, and Blau is on that community, as well as Linda Z, which is okay, it makes sense. But it's going to be essentially like the Shark Tank. What do you think? What do you think, Bosak? Is this your favorite idea ever, or what?
No, it's so dumb. So dumb.
Well, why do you think it's so dumb? Why, like, what issues do you take with this in general?
It's just blind leading the blind. I'm pretty sure, isn't Shark Tank done out of like China and Hong Kong or something for like illegal reasons? So like they can't get in trouble for like promoting their investments or something and manipulating their investments. I'm pretty sure like they're filmed, like Shark Tank's filmed in China for like legal. I could be wrong, but yeah, this will probably be filmed in China or something like that. There's no way they're going to get away in the US being able to promote their bags by like, you know what I mean? Like somebody comes to them and pitches them a shit coin and they publicly invest in it. I mean, Elon Musk gets sued every tweet for doing something like, so I don't know. It's just this could be bad. You talked about earlier, Instagram influencers and TikTokers, losing people money. Right. This is going to be 10 times worse. You're going to have a lot of people losing money following the Shark Tank of NFTs.
Yeah.
Even legally speaking, I don't even know how this would work.
I mean, I don't know about the legal implications of this. I feel like it kind of, not that I didn't see this coming. I feel like it makes sense that someone would do something like this. They're trying to capitalize on it being popular right now. Why wouldn't you do something that's like, oh, it's all about NFTs and it's the Shark Tank version, and it makes total sense that someone's going to come up with it. And Ashton Kutcher, okay, great, but yeah, I mean,
but they don't know anything, or I mean, they might, but they're like, Mark Cuban found out about NFTs last week, and he feels like he's the king of NFTs all of a sudden. It's really weird the egos these celebrities bring to the anything they get into. They just think because they're whatever at something else that they're the best at this too, and it's just really misleading. I mean, I tweeted out the other day, it should probably be Pranksy, Joel Com, Chris from Blockchain Cards, right? And Blue Wizard could be like the host. There's so many other better people in the space. Coin Artist, Marguerite, Josie. Yeah. People that know what brings value to NFTs. Yeah. Not people that bring value to NFTs just because they buy them because they're rich and famous. That's right. Well, I mean, they did. I mean, in a little defense here, they did split the deck, right? So they got Cuban and Snoop Dogg, but then they also brought Whale Shark. I mean, you cannot deny the fact that he knows what he's doing. He's very well versed in the NFT community. He's been around and a staple for a long time. He's built up a really great social brand. So he's their token.
Well, no, I mean Metapurse. I mean Metakoven, right? Like, so I mean, I beyond him buying the Beeple thing, like being kind of, I don't know what else he's really been involved with, or so I'm not sure of his like prowess in NFTs, but I mean, he saw the foresight to be able to put the money down for that Beeple. So I mean, that's interesting. And we do love Blau. I think that when it comes down to high level artists or high level names coming into the scene that doing NFT drops, I think he did one of the better ones. I think it was well thought out. I think it was executed well, and it gave a lot of value to his current fan base and new fan base for people buying it that maybe weren't Blau fans but saw the
Blau's probably going to be the only one that knows what he's talking about, and everybody else on the show is just going to follow his lead like they do with Mr. Wonderful. Whatever Kevin O'Leary says, everybody else follows in line when he talks. That's why he waits to last to say something.
Right. No, yeah. So Overman on YouTube says we would be better on Shark Tank if only for funsies.
For funsies, right? But that's the problem, is they're doing this as if to promote themselves as experts in the fields and spaces. And like Stash mentioned, the TikTokers doing like things and losing people, blah blah blah. Like it's different when they're talking about investing in a small business that's doing a public or an angel investing seed round phase, whatever they're doing on Shark Tank, right? Like not every viewer is going to be able to have an in to invest in some stupid, Shark Tank opportunity just because Barbara bought into it. But now because these people are going to invest in NFTs publicly, everybody watching has the opportunity to buy it and lose money with them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, so I'll say yes and no on that one, because I also think that the difference here is that when you talk about like this versus Shark Tank ideas, even if there's a bunch of people who pitch NFTs and then they only choose the one, there are a lot, anybody watching the show could easily go and invest in any of the other projects that they liked, because the investment vehicle is so approachable versus how it was on Shark Tank. It's these startup companies. There's no way to invest in them. So you see, X dude who's, doing a brand new back scratcher for dudes with hairy backs. And it's like, you're a dude with a hairy back and that, his idea got turned down, but you love the idea and you want to invest. Well, you really can't do that with Shark Tank, but with this, you could. If you saw something that they passed on, whatever, and you're like, oh man, that actually I think is great. I want to go and invest in it. Like you could.
But they curate these shows, it's cherry picked projects that are dog shit, so they make the other projects look better on the shows. They cherry pick what they want, and then they edit it around it. And I have a feeling that they're just going to use this to manipulate the stuff that they already knew that they wanted, or they're going to, whatever. So that's what I mean. Like, this is probably going to be used for evil is all. I'm worried about them pumping their own bags, doing, what we've seen people do with ICOs on Twitter, they're now going to do with NFTs on TV.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, there, people are looking for personal gain here. I think that's always in the when you look at these types of shows. I mean, what do you think they're doing with Shark Tank? I mean, these people are there, they're getting paid to be there, and then they're also investing their money, and they get people to just throw ideas at them, like, here, take my idea, take this idea, and they're just probably making stupid money hand over fist on these ideas, and then people then the people they've picked can go and say, ooh, we were picked on Shark Tank and Mark Cuban liked us, or whatever. Even if they don't get picked, they can say, but here's us on Shark Tank, and you can see that Cuban loved our whatever. So I think that there is value there for people, but you're right, I think a lot of it can be a little contrived when it comes down to what they're picking, what they're showing on there, and and the way they go about it. But I mean, I'm still going to be curious to see how it goes down, because like I said,
Snoop Dogg's NFTs, dude, I wouldn't take his advice if he paid me to do it.
I agree there, man.
The fact that he's even on the show is a joke, bro. Like, his NFTs were such a fail. Everybody involved should be embarrassed.
It's kind of true. We're going to talk about that too. As well. But like I said, man, at least they did bring in some people from the community, so I have to give them a little credit there.
That's
like I said,
pandering, though.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a little pandering, sure, but still smart that I think that they did that. So, like I guess I'm also skeptical, but I'm a watch. I'll definitely want to see what it is, and then we can make fun of it or commentate on it at that week's NFT Beat after it launches. So, I'm at least looking forward to that. All right, so let's go keep the ball rolling here and go move on to the next piece of news, which is also kind of like entertainment related, and I'm sure you guys have seen something about this, but I want to talk about this because this thing just went down hard. And so SNL, after they did their skit on Saturday Night Live about 2 weeks ago, they decided, hey, why not? We're going to throw up an NFT on OpenSea and put it up for auction. And they did. Here's the NFT, and it's like a little, like just a small bit of the video, of the full video that they did of the piece, right? And this is all you get. It's this little version right here of it. And this one NFT went for 171 Ethereum, Guys. Dr. Dumpling, whoever he is out there, essentially ended up getting this for 171.99 Ethereum. I can't believe that. That's huge. What do you think about that, Bosak?
I don't even know what to say. What? Why?
Now, and
what are the other ones? Like 5 Ethereum? Wow, 210 Ethereum on the bids. I mean, why? Just why?
There was a lot going on here. So you can see, like, it bid it up, and then like it went to 210 for something, but he canceled the bid and then came back with it from that original bid. So and then won it about 15 hours ago is when this auction
What are
closed.
the details? Does it come with any like ownership? Does he own that clip?
No, and that's what I wanted to put a highlight on. So it's a one of one though. So it is a one of one, and it's basically it's never going to be minted again. It's what the hell is an NFT? And the winner gets 2 tickets to a taping of Saturday Night Live.
Oh, well, there
during
you go.
season 47.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
That's pretty cool. I would have to say it. Now, is that 171 Ethereum cool?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you have it, well, I see now that if I get to, but here's the thing, I know if I spent that much, but if you have it, you have it, and now you're going to be able to get 2 tickets there. Who are you going to bring? Probably going to be Justin's son because he loves tickets to events, right? And then you show up not only as somebody who bought their first NFT, but paid so much that you're going to meet every single, you know how many selfies this person's going to be able to take with celebrities backstage and mint and then sell from there? I mean, dude, everyone's got their own twist. I just think that if you can afford it, just having that utility of giving me tickets to go, that's better than nothing, right? I mean, we've seen a lot less from Taco Bell.
No, that's true. I mean, I like that they gave it some utility, but I mean, they go into so it goes into a little bit more detail here. So what you're getting here is you're not getting any kind of licensing or anything to be able to sell any of this intellectual property. They go into a whole thing. There's more about what you can't do and what you're not able to do, and like with it than what you are getting with it, right?
Right.
So it's
if I could meet Pete Davidson, you know what I mean, and maybe take a selfie with him, the NFT it. Yeah, whatever. You never know, right? So it's just, I hope they have fun when they get there and make it worth its while. They have to have that money's experience worth now. It's on to them.
Yeah, so basically all they're giving you is a license to like resell it if you want. You can't modify, you can't do anything with it else. You could resell it and that's about it. Which I mean makes sense. They went to real lengths in here to make sure that you knew that you're not getting you don't get the full video. You do get the 2 tickets, which I mean if you really want to do that, you could probably just go and buy 2 tickets somewhere. And still probably get a lot of the same opportunities you're saying. You're right. You will probably get like the royal carpet treatment, right, from something like this because you were the guy, right, that bought that NFT. So they may be able to say, oh, if you're coming, maybe they'll highlight. I don't know, but that's not guaranteed, and it doesn't say that in here. So essentially, you just bought 2 tickets to SNL for 171 ETH, which is quite a bit of money there. And
about $2,000 each, so I'd say quite a bit.
Yeah, so that's
too high to do the math.
I mean, let's do it. I'll do the math real quick. So 2,100 is what we're at right now times 171. So it's $360,000. I mean, like I said, I feel like it's probably a little overvalued, but like you said, if you have the money to do it, it's definitely a piece of history. Tops to go public. So Tops is not a publicly traded company until just now. They're going public. They're being bought out by a special purchasing acquisition company, and they're going to be going public. And the big part of this, I think, has to do with NFTs.
It's going down, bro.
It is going down hard.
This is it. Like people aren't ready. This is. The gates have opened on the rocket.
Yep.
It's about to take off mainstream momentum into NFTs through acquisitions this way. I've been talking about the year of acquisitions.
Yeah.
Be ready for people to acquire companies, getting into ways to get into this without having to work into it themselves. They're just going to start buying their way in. And that's what we're starting to see happen already this early in the year. Wait for how much more of this we see coming into this space, bro.
So with the purchase, the acquisition, essentially this is valuing Tops at 1.3 billion. Tops had their best year on record ever in 2020, guys. They've never done better as a company in 2020. And obviously a lot has to do with the pandemic. There was a big surge in collectibles. I don't see that going away though.
Logan Paul or whatever, I think, were like single-handedly pumping Tops trading cards and collectibles on YouTube.
Well, I mean, it wasn't just one YouTuber, one person.
No, but they started that snowball though.
I mean, I don't know if I would say they started the snowball. I think it had a lot to do with people wanting something to do and having a bunch of free time during a pandemic where they can't go out and do shit. So collecting cards made a lot of sense for a lot of people, I think.
You know what made me see this coming for Topps though? Like the kind of that telltale sign that it was coming. We mentioned it, when we were trying to buy the Garbage Pail Kids. You can't buy more than 2 or 3 Topps trading collectibles at any Target, Walmart, or
they were sold out everywhere.
And they limited how many per customer if they did have anything.
I know. Yeah.
Letting me know that there was something bigger coming than just this.
But it wasn't just Topps. It was everything.
Right, everything.
I mean, everything gone. Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, like every type of trading collectible card that they sold, that shit was sold out, man. And so like I said, that's why I think it's bigger than just like, oh, some YouTubers pumped Topps. Like it's not really, it was just, there was a lot more going on in play. So yeah, so sales rose 23% in 2020. So it was a record for the company, and it's brand, and like they say, they branched out now into NFTs. They cite that in here as a reason why they're going in this direction. Now it's funny because Shooter over here on YouTube says this is bad for Topps. I don't see how this could actually be bad for Topps at all. I mean, going public, it's definitely going to will produce nothing of value. We'll see. Nothing of value for who though? I mean, when it comes down to it, like Topps is the people who are at the top level. They're definitely going to get value out of this. People can now trade it on an open market, which I think will essentially add more value to the brand. And then the fact that
think of the partnerships, man. Like how many more partnerships they're going to be able to make an IP they could acquire by investors' incentives.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like some president of somebody somewhere, Star Wars or Disney, may be invested in this some way, and now they'll have more and more IP from that catalog than they already have.
Well, they kind of are. I don't know if you know, but Michael Eisner, ex CEO of Disney, was the head of Topps. Like, and so he's staying on board. And he's rolling all of his equity over into this new company, which is, to me, is a good sign as well. But so I think that in general, this really means that I do feel like they're really going to push forward with the NFT thing. I think that's really part of what has helped them also in 2020 to post a record year. They see that, and I think that this is makes sense. I don't see that with the amount of increase that we saw in their brand last year, that this wouldn't happen eventually anyways. So.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, so anyways, I still think this is bullish news for the branding for Topps in general, whether you're doing physical trading cards or whether you're doing NFT based ones. But we're definitely going to see we're going to see a lot of I think expansion to the Topps brand. And Squirlicus makes a good point. Eisner was the man who led the giant expansion of Disney. He's the guy who like really was the last big visionary for Disney. And really put a lot of these balls that we see now today in motion and exploded the Disney brand. So I feel like Topps is very well positioned to be able to do that and really dominate what's going on in collectibles here pretty soon.
Yeah, that's why I got my #1 Garbage Pail Kid pack for and you know what I mean. Like Topps, when I saw them getting into wax, I already knew that they, instead of using other like Ethereum routes, that they were going for something way longer and bigger and more for the end user than just for the money. So I don't think this is going to be like a benefit just for the Topps, head execs. This is something that's really going to benefit the collectors and users of Topps. I guess I don't know if you have this segued into, but as well as like Funko Pop acquiring Token Head. Getting into wax as well. Yeah,
we're going to talk about that here next. And I just want to address a couple comments from chat too. Bones23 does make a good point. They do need to be careful with diluting the supply a little bit too much. So that's something we have seen with Garbage Pail Kids, is they try to quickly launch a bunch of different versions, and I feel like they really did oversupply things, and the demand wasn't really there yet. And so there was too much.
Well, they have some things they do with low and high and low in the physical collectibles, and people have to think about that as well. Some cards in baseball that Topps makes are million prints, and some they only do that are very limited. And those packs on the shelf cost $50 at your trading card store, and the other packs cost $1.99 because of that. So look at how Topps approaches physical collectibles and how they're probably going to be approaching these NFTs as well.
Yeah.
Some of them may not be for that, you know, money grabbing scarcity, but they'll have some things that are very much in supply, and I'm sure they'll have things that are more scarce, like their VIP collectible cards and moments and things like that.
Yeah, yeah. And
this was a huge test net for them, right? Like a proof of concept with the Garbage Pail Kids.
Well, that's exactly what it was. It was a proof of concept. They wanted to see what they could do with their own IP because they had full control over it, and they did, and it was successful. Like I said, I feel like they did probably push a little bit too much on the community, and there just wasn't enough demand for it. So whether or not they're limited or not limited, or have some packs or not, there just wasn't enough people buying it, no matter what. The demand will
come in, dude. That's what I'm saying. So many people in the physical collectible space in Garbage Pail Kids alone that haven't come in.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. But they're starting to see it now. I think more and more people will definitely be getting on it.
Long-term play.
Yeah, so it's more of a long-term play for sure. And then, you know, Lawrence also makes a good point in chat. You know, burning of packs and cards is also a very common thing. So they could be launching more and more of those burn events and things like that. And they were one of the first ones to kind of pioneered talking about that and burn events for their cards. So, you know, I think that you know, there are more mechanisms to control some of those things if things do get out of control versus physical collectibles that, like, oh man, we shouldn't have, you know, the demand isn't great enough. We can't even sell these damn packs of cards. No one wants them. What do we do? Well, you can't burn the physical ones. I mean, you could. I mean, I guess you could just go start burning packs, but you know, it definitely wouldn't work the same. You know, wouldn't turn out the same. So, okie dokie. Let's. So let me see. I don't have. You know, we were going to talk a little about
Funko and Token Head.
What's up?
Funko and Token Head.
Yeah.
I've been talking about Funko coming into NFTs forever. I feel like if anybody looked for the tweets, they'd probably go back 2 years. Like, I've just been waiting for Funko to get involved with this, man.
Yeah. So I didn't. Oh, here it is. So I'll bring this one up. I want to talk about that, but I forgot to bring up the thing. So here, I had just, Funko just announced, I don't know, a couple days. It was on April 1st. It was on April Fool's. it was like, come on, guys, like, you're messing with us. But no, it was like legit. I went and did research on this, and as soon as I saw the news, I went and put a video out on my YouTube. So if you guys want to check, dive a little bit more into what's going on there, you can. But essentially, they're coming out with NFTs that are going to be on the Wax blockchain. And they're going to, some of them, like the high-end, legendary, rarest ones, are going to be, you know, they'll have a redemption for the physical pop character. So you're going to see a lot of these Funko, ones coming here. And like what Ken was saying before, is that they did this through buying out an existing company that was already in the Wax blockchain through Token Head. It doesn't mention them really here much in this article. I just pulled one really quickly. This is not the one I really wanted to look at, but I think that was big news. So we definitely, Token Head is one of those cool apps for Wax that allows you to see how much your NFTs are kind of worth for each one of the collections, right? And so you can go in there and you can check out how much all of your CryptoStache NFTs are, or how much all of your Alien World stuff is, or there's a bunch of them. So they have a bunch of projects on it, like so all these. So it's essentially kind of a little bit of a tool. So now Funko has bought them out, which I thought was kind of a little bit of a weird play, in my opinion. Not that it wasn't a smart play, but just that particular company, that's what they wanted to do. So I'm wondering what they're going to end up doing with their expansions. What do you think about that?
Oh, I think they're probably just going to leave Token Head as is and probably have it as a licensed product for their different collections of Funko collectibles.
Yeah.
They'll probably have a Funko Pop version of Token Head and license out the concept, but the way they're probably going to apply it in their own NFT space is going to be pretty cool to see. It's probably they've acquired the developers as well, not just the name Token Head, right?
It's the whole team. They got the whole team.
So so to see what they're already done and how they've gone in a completely different direction than everybody else has approaching NFTs. I'm interested to see, how Funko is going to use this toolkit for their own NFTs and their own version of this.
That's where I was really interested. So not that I felt that like, oh, it was weird that they bought that company. I think it's great that they bought them. I was just how are they going to utilize that team and that product to expand what they're going to be doing in NFTs? And that's what I'm interested to know. And that's the bit of information that we don't really know. You know, are they going to keep it how it is? Are they going to kick it up somehow? Do they have some plans for it? I mean, obviously, when they do launch their Funko NFTs, which are coming very soon, they're coming this month, so it's not like, you know, they're going to be, you know, it's not going to take a long time. So I'm sure we'll see them in the Token Head app right away. But I want to know hopefully they're you know, acquired them because they want to do some cool things, and that's what I'm excited for. I'm excited for the future, you know, of what's going on with Token Head too.
Well, yeah, this is why I think Token Head didn't have functionality inside the application for buying and selling.
Yeah.
And listing them for sale. You know, you know how easy it would have been for them to have a tab that took you to Atomic Drops. You know how there's an app for that. Like, yeah. I think they were waiting for somebody like this to come in with a legal team that can kind of walk them into a direction where they could stay on app stores and potentially have functionality in Token Head to list your NFTs for sale, maybe even log in with Wax Cloud Wallet in Token Head to look at your friends' profiles that you may have shared, you know, in your Token Head list, and send trade offers and things like that.
Yeah. I mean, and so you know, once again, guys, you know, we talk about Wax all the time. Obviously, it's one of our favorite chains. You know, big things coming to Wax, guys. I can't understate that enough, over and over and over again.
Somebody said Godzilla packs are already under market value. That's because they bought it to that was scalpers.
Yeah,
scalpers.
I mean, that. We're talking about Godzilla here, but I don't want to get to it before we get there. But yeah, right. in general, a lot of things coming to Wax. You know, Overman in YouTube says, you know, big things coming. Yeah, I agree. Wax G is still undervalued. I'm not a big fan of what they're doing with the Ethereum bridge thing, the Wax G, you know, Wax E tokens, Wax G, Wax E, Wax something. There's a couple of them. I think that was like move. It wasn't something very awesome, but you know, maybe they still do something cool with it. You know, I don't know.
It's for the suits. It's for the DeFi suits in crypto. You know.
Yeah, I don't know why you'd be doing it on, you know, why you do anything on Ethereum anymore these days. I would have done a bridge over to BSC like Alien Worlds is doing, and that would have made way more sense to me.
Because that might be the next step, though.
Hopefully, you know? It is, man. I mean, I know that they're trying to get more altcoins to go from ETH to Wax. They launched that bridge, which was cool. So that's at least potential there. So that's good. Oh man, Mustache Love, Avery Prime. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the subscription there. Appreciate it. So I mean, I'm not that I'm you know, bad mouthing I just feel like, you know, they probably could have done something a little more exciting with that whole DeFi thing. I think they were trying to capitalize on DeFi and it was a little too late. It was just a little ill-timed in my opinion, but yeah. So a lot of potential there. Okay, so let's move on from the Funko news on Wax and talk about a couple more Wax things that are you know, working right now, because there's a lot of stuff going on. In particular, rPlanet, man, is just you know definitely pushing forward, and they just added the Uplift world as an additional project that you can stake here on rPlanet. So did you see this already, Ken?
Which one was it? I was reading the chat. Sorry.
Uplift world.
Uplift worlds on rPlanet. Yeah. Actually, that's my next step after mining on Alien Worlds. People will be able to mine my NFTs on the land that I bought in Uplift World. So to see the staking coming to rPlanet just, you know, made sense. And I feel like I feel like Uplift and rPlanet were holding back on purpose on this, because Uplift got everything ready on their end with their project that they're doing with Minecraft. Yeah.
I feel you, man.
They waited till the right time. They didn't rush it. And so these are going to be, you know, NFTs that you could get from playing Minecraft, and then you can just stake them on rPlanet.
Yeah, I think it's, you know, I like what rPlanet is doing. I know some people are very skeptical about it because you're trusting a third party with holding your NFTs, guys. And they're like, well, what happens if something, you know, then I lost everything. And, you know, so there is risk there for sure.
That's why there's a reward, but is it worth it?
Right.
And that's up to you.
And that's exactly. So it's all about managing your risk and understanding how much you're willing to risk and what might be the reward for that. In particular, for me, you know, I think that it is worth the risk. I don't risk everything. It's not like I put every damn NFT I own in there. I definitely have not done that, but I mean enough to be able to collect some decent rewards and keep continuing to earn some Aether here, and like I said, you can stake both me and Ken's NFTs here. So here's mine, you can stake, and then here's Kenn. He's the only animated spinning rotating icon.
I mean, I'm sure more will come, but I have that down in history. Oh, also my Senor Lupe collab, we've officially established I was the first person in history to use foreign text as a name for an NFT ever. Me and Senor Lupe, we own that title of first person ever to use foreign text as a title.
Now, when you say foreign text, what do you mean exactly?
Not the default text that you would put when you fill out the name in the box, the text field. Like not that average, not the text that when you type it in, whatever that field types in automatically, that's not foreign. But I used foreign text. Tricking my keyboard into being a different keyboard and then typing in. So yeah, we did that. Cool. And I do want to shout out, I don't know if you saw this or have it lined up, but BitBoy's coming to Wax with a vengeance. So we might have to team up to take on BitBoy. But he announced his comics are coming to Wax today.
Yep, cash grab.
Although I am going to buy his comic.
I'm still going to support him because he's my friend. But I'm not gonna lie, man. He's not involved in the community like we are, and he's never going to be. I'm not. I'm just
too busy to be involved for sure.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I mean, and that's not. I mean, there's never a point in life where you're too big to be involved in anything. It just comes down to what you feel like you is value to you. But he sees value there, and so he's going to try and take advantage of it and do just like the same way he did with Rarible and dropped his stuff there. And I'm not saying they're not bad, and it's not the cool thing that he did it, but
right, it is good quality, that's for sure.
The quality is good, yeah. But in general, I don't feel like it's going to be something that where he's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be totally involved in the Wax community. On these, he's not. I mean, that's just what it comes down to, guys.
I see the notifications, and thank you for buying my NFTs. I love you.
Much love. Yes. And so just so you guys know too, anytime you buy any of my NFTs or Bosak's NFTs during the show, you'll see a little notification that that you bought one of them right there with your address and stuff. So you guys always can see who is supporting and doing a bad mouthing BitBoy, shaking my head. I've known BitBoy
BitBoy knows we keep it real, bro.
Yeah, I've known BitBoy for a long time, guys. We are real life friends. All of us actually. Me, Kenn, BitBoy. We've all been friends for a long time.
We wouldn't say anything that we wouldn't say to each other in the same room, bro. It's all bro love.
Yeah, it's true. And so, like I said, I already told you guys, I'm still going to support, and I'll probably be buying his NFTs too. So,
I've seen the comics, bro. They do look fucking badass.
No, they do look cool, and that's why I say, I have seen what he's been working on. I'm just saying, as far as when it comes to actual community involvement, don't expect him to be involved in the Wax community in similar ways that me and Kenn are involved. That's all. Don't forget your bros is all I'm saying, guys. Don't forget your bros. Okay, so let's move on and talk about. So this, in addition to just what's going on with the Uplift World being added to rPlanet is also going to be doing a land sale, guys. I don't know if you guys saw this, but launching their land sale the middle of this month at a 50% discount, but only if you are whitelisted and you're a what they call a trusted community member. So how do you feel about that?
I like it. They're trying to eliminate the bots as much as they can by gamifying the engagement with community, trying to filter out scalpers potentially by making it too much work to be, a community member to get whitelisted. What they're doing to me sounds fine, as long as, again, maybe we do some community due diligence and make sure maybe they're not making sure their own community team members are first in line or something like that, because that sucks if that's happening. But it is all public, so we can view the templates, we can view the ledgers and see if there are in-house wallets that are getting favoritized or not. But if it is truly just community engaged whitelisting through that ability, I think that's fine. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be somebody that has 5 Telegram accounts that nobody could tell that they're not this, the same person. So
yeah.
somebody's still going to be able to take advantage of this, but it makes it a lot more work.
Yeah, for sure. And so so basically, yeah, I understand where they're going there. I wish they had been a little more forthcoming when they launched the article about it, because when they say like, oh, okay, in order to participate, you need to whitelist your account by completing a few simple tasks, and it says, but we'll provide the requirements soon. So I don't know that I don't know, have they provided those requirements yet? Or am I missing that? And maybe they did, and I didn't see that somewhere. But I feel like they haven't yet, and we're already here in April. We only have a couple more days to go. You guys can
Have
see.
you been their Telegram? Have you asked? That's part of the that community engagement they're trying to get. The fact that you're asking questions.
No. So no, there's a difference here. So there's a difference between doing community engagement and then saying we'll provide all requirements soon, but then not putting them out, right? So I don't mind being engaged. I'm just saying, but if you say we're going to provide requirements soon, then
Medium.
don't.
Click on their Medium profile and see if there's an article that they wrote after this.
Let's see. I didn't go look. We'll check it out right now. No, this was the last one that they put up. So this was the latest. That's what's up. This is the latest article. It was only 3 days
probably still waiting then.
So I don't know. Someone said Vinny said he was already whitelisted. You have to sign up to Medium.
He said I found out I'm whitelisted.
I don't know how you found that out. I mean, I want to get whitelisted too, and I think that
tomorrow they will. Okay,
I'll have a good rapport for our planet, but yeah, I mean, I do wish they had kind of just put in what the requirements are going to be. If like just put them in. I don't know when you made the announcement, but like I said, these are not going to be cheap. So $50 for one plot, and there's only 2,000 available. And then the big packs have 3 plots, and there's only 1,000, but $150. That's pretty expensive.
Well, it's not any discount,
That's 50% discount.
We said one plot is $50, and then 3 plots is $150. That's just math.
No, I know what I'm saying, but this is the 50% discounted price, I believe.
Oh, interesting.
So, whenever they don't, when they do the second sale that's not the whitelisted people, the price for a 1 plot pack will be $100, and for 3 it will be $300.
I like that they're giving their community a chance to undercut them on the second launch, though. That's
I know, right?
That's a trust fall.
It really is a trust fall.
Talk about putting your community where your money is. Holy shit!
Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I don't know. Maybe this is not.
Even if it's not the case at these price points, even if this is the regular, you get 50% off at $50 and 50% off the $150. You still have a chance to undercut them on that second tier. So that is a pretty decent opportunity for flippers, but you have to be community members, which means they're probably not going to be flipping these.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
So I love it. I think it's great. I think how they gamified is pretty thought out, especially with the scarcity. They're definitely not putting out, Garbage Pail Kid level or Street Fighter level.
Right. So people are saying they're supposed to give details tomorrow. So I guess we'll see tomorrow on exactly how.
You haven't hit clap on that yet, bro? Clap that. Clap that. He's like, no, I don't clap. You really have to make my hands come together. You have to earn that.
I don't think I'm logged into me. Am I? Let me see. I'll clap. Oh yeah, I guess I am. There we go. So clap away. So anyways, I still think it's cool. I want to get on board with this. And hey, real quick before I move on to Mustache Love to Shooter, thank you so much on YouTube for dropping that dono there, man. Appreciate your support, man, and your good comments here in chat. So let's go. They'll probably kick you out of the Telegram for selling short. Yeah, that would be kind of funny. Like, hey, you got kicked. I mean, you can't really do that to the community. I mean, if they're there, they're doing what you want them to do, they're active, or whatever. I mean, you gotta know that some people are gonna probably sell, man. I mean, that's just how it goes.
And you have to welcome the buyer that bought it with open arms.
So, all right, moving on here, I want to talk a little bit about Blankos, because this is a day that all of you Blanko owners out there have been waiting for. Me personally as well, I got in on the initial sales for Blankos, and I've been picking them up as they've been dropping brand new ones. But the marketplace is being launched here. It's going to be launched here pretty soon. Blankos marketplace is coming, and I like what Blankos is doing. Versus someone was like, oh, Blankos is like what Funkos is what Blankos wish they were. But I mean, I don't think Funko's is ever going to, get into doing like a game like they're doing here. I think what Blankos has done with their platform has been a lot of fun.
Never say never. They just acquired Tokenhead. You don't think they got enough money to buy? Fucking come on.
I'm not saying they don't. I'm just saying in general, I don't feel like that's a direction they have. Why haven't they gone like that direction already then? It's a huge brand, popular, people love it. They could have already done it. Now coming in with Tokenhead and doing the whole thing like collectibles, NFTs, I don't think to me that signals like, oh, they'll totally make a game. I don't think so. I mean, there's a totally different industry.
I don't think they'll make a game. I think they could buy a game though.
Oh, well, they could buy a game, but I mean,
or partner with Blankos, Funko.
Now that will be sweet. Now that will be,
but it's most likely, right? Like seems like an obvious play if we were at the board of directors, right? Like,
yeah. And so I think that would be really cool to see. Is I would love to be able to see that in general. I would love to see them partnering with Blankos to have like some cool Funkos, inside of a game, right? I know they have apps. NFTs, they have all kinds of things. They just don't have a game like Blankos. If you guys haven't played Blankos, you can see exactly what kind of game it is. But Funkos has a lot of stuff around their Pops brand and things that they do. But nothing that is really like a full-on game with their IP, which I think would be cool, and this would make sense because they are kind of similar. There could be a Funko branded like a edition of Blankos, and I think that'd be a lot of fun actually.
So Blankos aren't technically NFTs, right? Like
they are
roadmap. Right?
Well, no, I mean, yeah. So and that is one of those things where they when they started out, not really. But this solidifies it. So when they launch this marketplace,
right, that's what I mean.
You'll be able to buy them for Ethereum or USD. So you'll be able to trade for those two currencies within the marketplace, which is pretty cool. And yeah, so this is what essentially completes that whole functionality of being able to buy and sell them in a marketplace. And then I believe you'll be able to transfer them, to your own personal wallet at that time too, and trade with them if I'm not mistaken.
So this is what VV would have to do in order for me to start getting more involved. But I bought a couple Blankos because I knew their roadmap, their team or whatever was a little bit different. But yeah, I've played it. I've got a few that are pretty scarce, even before they were NFTs. That's why I wanted to mention they're technically not, but you could still get those Blankos and they're still scarce when they do their launches. So just make sure you're, up to date on their Twitter, and they'll let you know when they come out with new ones. They have like holiday themed ones, and they're limited time sales, or they're just scarce in quantity.
So yeah, so the alpha is going to be coming in May, and then the beta, which is open access to everybody. So limited access in May, and then summer is going to be open access for everybody to be able to use the store. And once they probably they'll do testing and stuff with a limited amount of people here to begin with. But I thought that was pretty interesting. So.
It looks like you OP well 10% of your Blankos profits. He said he got you to buy them.
No, so so I will say that when I bought one of each, and then when I FOMO'd because everyone in my Telegram group was talking about them, and I was like, all right, man, I'm gonna go buy a couple more. And so I've been and it was a good deal because they gave you a bunch of Blankos bucks with those original ones, and so I've been buying all the Blankos that they've been releasing with all those Blanko bucks. So like essentially, not only did I get all the founder ones, but I've been able to buy every other Blankos since then without having to invest any more money, which has been nice.
Have you ever opened any? Because I still use my little like poop emoji skin.
No, I've opened none of the Blankos that I bought. I'm just using the default guy.
Yeah, same. It looks like the poop emoji, right?
Right.
It's so funny.
I deck them out with all the extra G stuff.
The most gangster plain Blankos. Whenever you see a Blanko with accessories, just know that they've never cracked a pack.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's what it is. So I use all the accessories, which is fine, but yeah, so yeah, it's one of those things where you're right. It didn't start off with full NFT access, so that's something you have to be very wary of, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like we're gonna see more and more projects promising there'll be NFTs at some point. I when I saw the game functionality of this just before the went live, I was like, I just want to play the game. I think it's gonna be cool. I saw what they were doing with it, and I was like, that I like, that I want to be a part of. And so I went with that. So
the amount of money they've invested in the quality of the game, I knew that they had the money and the developers to clearly fund that roadmap and develop that roadmap. They were just being more methodical than they were FOMO for the money, right? They didn't really do cash grab like a lot of projects do, where they become NFTs first and then they make a game later, sort of like what Alien Worlds kind of did, right? But like, not every project that says buy our NFT will eventually become a game. True.
And chat saying Vivi is rolling out a marketplace pretty soon, so that's great. I mean, I'm excited to hear that. Like I said, people, we've talked about Ecomi and Vivi quite a few times on the channel, and people, there's, for whatever reason, there is a very like cultish a following for this particular project, and people are like, I can't believe you're sleeping. You guys are morons. Vivi is the best ever. It's gonna crush everything. And I'm like, well, we didn't necessarily say it. We just said right now they're not NFTs, and we don't know when they're going to be NFTs. And there's been kind of some up in the air stuff about that. I mean, I love what they're doing. I like the fact that they're including the AR element, which I think is going to be huge in general, not just for NFTs, but AR incorporation of things is definitely coming to its coming to fruition, coming into its own, right? And so I think that's a cool technology. So I'd love to see that. So
yeah, I'm just weary of anything that depends on a gimmick.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Yeah, and you're right. It is a little gimmicky in that respect, but people love a good gimmick. Someone says, Beetlejuice Anon says, I got Blankos confused with Beeple. Is it similar? I like that. Blanco's also an alt electric metal band from Norway. That's pretty cool. Blanco, but not Blankos.
Huh.
But yeah, anyway, so I also want to point out too that when this, the Blankos are actually pretty cheap, so they're only gonna be selling they sell for like $10 is I think what the kind of the price point they put on them. I think it says it's somewhere here.
And there's only usually around 1,000 or so. Some are even way scarcer.
Yeah. Anyways, interesting thing, and they're actually the new Blankos is dropping tomorrow, so I'll be getting that Blanco tomorrow in the drop, and maybe you guys will too.
Yep, I got a few. Haven't opened any. Just waiting, and yeah, this is what we've been waiting for. So yeah, early adopters, we'll see what happens throughout, but not everything will look like this. Sometimes you get lucky. Most of the time we won't.
Yeah. I mean, and not to say that me and Bosak both have invested in projects that we that we did not make money on, or we lost money on. Man, it happens, bro. I mean, it really happens. Just to let you guys know, here's a little update on my biggest loss of probably the last 3 years, guys. I'll tell you right now, and I'll just put it all out there. So when Grimes did her drop on Nifty Gateway, I was like, oh, I'm gonna pick up one of these Mars NFTs. It's like this is cool. She's an actual artist already. She's out there in the scene. She does cool, unique things all the time.
Oh yeah, you accidentally got two of them.
And I did. This is like the platform was not working well. I like the first one that I bought said it was $0. It didn't show up in my wallet right away. I didn't see any kind of notification or any kind of like activity saying I had actually purchased it. So I went and got another one, and that one went through, and it was like, oh yeah, you bought the whole thing. I ended up getting 2 of those damn things, and now the market has dropped on the bottom of them, and they're selling for like $3,000 versus what I paid for them, which was $7,500 each. So I spent $15,000 on these NFTs, and now you can go get the 2 for $4,000. So just so you guys know, it's not just you out there. If you guys have a bad purchase, something happens, now I'm gonna hold these now long term, because at this point there's no point in selling them for like a fraction of what I paid for them and taking a massive loss on them. So I'm gonna hold them long term and see what happens there. But it definitely solidified the fact that I'm not gonna be spending anything on Nifty Gateway anytime soon. I'm over Ethereum. I'm over platforms that suck and don't work like that. And then they didn't even get back to me. I literally emailed them as soon as it happened saying, hey, there was a problem. I think I got double charged, and never even got back to me. I understand, probably there's a lot of people that email you on a daily, but that's pretty shit customer service when you talk about a $7,500 item and you don't even reply back to anybody. You're just like, well, you're screwed. Who cares? So, what happens? It happens. So I'll let you guys know that it happens to all of us.
How many were there in the series that she did?
Yeah. How many were total? Like how many there was 300, only 390 sold total.
Oh, dude, I wouldn't even sweat it. Like, yeah.
So it's not like there's right.
Yeah. And that's the thing. That's for right now. Like that's buyer opportunities. And again, the reason why somebody, when they mentioned the Godzilla packs or whatever, I'm laughing. I'm like, because so many scalpers are getting involved right now.
Yep, exactly.
That couldn't care less about the long term of these things. Yep. And as soon as they see their money lose a little bit of that, they're done. They're running. They'll take the losses.
Yeah, and so that's I didn't get into scalp, but I only wanted one version. I ended up with two, and I'm like, dang man. Well, I was gonna hold long term anyways, and like, and so yeah. So Vinny says, ask Elon for your money back. He got you. Elon, where my money at, sucker? So anyways, moving on from Blankos and my defeat there. So just so you guys know, yeah, there's also always risk out there, and you know, we also end up losing as well, some here and there. It's just part of the market when you trade. All right, so let's talk about Godzilla collectibles. So I put on the description of this video, I was like, Godzilla fail, and I kind of feel a little bit that way, man. I felt like, for one, me personally, I felt like the packs were overpriced. I feel like they were changing some details at the last minute. I feel like during the middle of the sale, they changed details. And it's like, oh, by the way, though, we, you know, they saw no one was buying enough of the regular packs. So like, well, now if you buy 5 packs, then you can burn them and then you'll get a legendary card. I'm like, I would have just bought regular packs and burned them instead of buying the ultimates at $100+ each. And then them drop the value dropping out of those damn packs like nothing. And sort of the card values, I mean, they're just the value of them just plummeted. And so that's what we see now. Now the ultimate packs are trading below market value on the exchange. People are just trying to get rid of them at this point.
Yep.
And so I don't know. I consider that a bit of a fail. A lot of people are having same kind of issues with the sale that they've had before with these you know,
yeah,
these
the
particular
credit
sales.
card sales are no fun, dude. I couldn't even, like, I got my brother's credit card, or my cousin actually, and I sent him crypto, gave me his PayPal. I tried to type it in. By the time I typed it in, I couldn't buy any of those $100 packs.
Yeah, well, that may have been a boon and a blessing in disguise, Bosak.
No, I bought them on the secondary market. I don't care. I paid over market. I'm long term on the few that I have, but that's why I bought them. This is like 2 years from now, people will be laughing at the way that this is running right now. But again, it's because everybody that really got in, the majority of the people that bought these just want to make money.
Yeah.
They didn't buy them because they love Godzilla. They didn't buy them because they like Godzilla. They didn't buy them to complete the collections and get those, you know, long posters. They didn't burn them. They didn't do any of that. They just wanted to flip.
Yeah.
That's why we're seeing this, is just flippers. Wait until the actual people that care come in and see the discounts that are on the table right now. And if you walk past the Lamborghini store, bro, and the Lamborghinis were on sale, you wouldn't be worrying about what you paid for your Lamborghini the day before and how you got ripped off. You may be considering buying another Lambo, because why the hell not?
Yeah. I mean, I feel you on that, man, and you know, I think that you're right. I think there's a lot of people doing that, not just for this sale. I think all of the sales, they're seeing this as an opportunity. They're you know, they know other people have made a bunch of money on this before. And they're looking for an opportunity to try and flip them. We called this before this happened. We called it, saying they're going to, the way that they're doing this for 3 days, you know, they're trying to make sure that you can't really flip them. They just want to make them things that you can collect and play with and do things. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't like a Bitcoin Origins launch with scarcity in mind. It was plentiful in mind, so they could have more and more and more and more people join that community and engage with these. So this wasn't for that. That's why I'm saying, when it comes to tops, some things they'll be doing will probably be, you know, more scarce and different. And some things they're doing so 8 billion people have a chance to get around to get it into, you know what I mean? Right. I mean, I agree with you there, but I do feel like they should have been a little transparent about the whole pack burning thing. Like, that's something that you know, you don't say, hey, we're gonna end like right in the middle of the sale. By the way,
Street Fighter did something like the day after theirs, though. They
didn't. No, they had they just recently announced a crafting recipe that requires you to burn 1 regular pack. And so, and so, like I said, like, I mean, I understand, like, doing it after the fact, whatever, like, oh, people did this, that makes sense. But like, doing it in the middle of the drop and not just saying that in the get go, like, I feel like that is a little bit that was a bad decision, in my opinion. That was a very bad. They probably
should have waited till it was over, actually.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you don't do it in the middle of the drop. You're doing that to try and boost sales. Like, yeah, I just feel like it was a little shady, in my opinion, that they did it like that. You either could have told us ahead of time or waited until the sale was done and then done it, you know, like, because I may have probably spent more money on just doing that, just trying to get legendary cards, because I feel like there was also some sort of issue with the legendary drop rates. I know I did see people talking about that. And I mean, I opened like 5 of my 8 or like 4 of my 8 ultimate packs, And I got a lot of dupes and like I didn't get any legendary cards. I got like one epic card or something, and that was it out of those packs, you know. And so like and also you compare the price for these ultimates and, you know, regular packs and how many cards you're getting into the other stuff the Topps has done, and you got way less. You know, that was the other thing too. I feel like they really went a little greedy on this one in particular, and that also left a little bad of a bad.
I'm just waiting for the Asian market to come into Atomic Hub and make all of this look like a drop in the bucket.
What do you mean? Like, you feel like there's no Asian people trading in this market at all?
No, and we think there's any people really trading in this market at all. And retrospect,
well,
massive
right. Still very small.
Serious. That's why I'm saying this is all a joke, bro. There's like nobody is here right now. And the only people that are here are either, you know, scalpers.
They're watching our show.
Or very, very small. Right.
It's everyone who trades on Atomic, they're all already watching our show right now.
So exactly. We just gotta wait a little bit, man. And I'm not an impatient person. And I mentioned it when Godzilla came out. I'm buying it because I like Godzilla. It means something to me. And I guaranteed people this isn't something that would be, you know, Street Fighter had their thing. It lasted, you know. Now we see how the Godzilla. Now you can have something to apply this to when you see something happen again like this. Maybe you don't fucking buy it just to make a quick dollar, and you only buy it because you like it. And hopefully you in the future, maybe it's like a Pokemon card. Nobody was really saying this Charizard's worth a Lambo. I'm going to hold it for fucking 20 years. It was just, I really like Charizard. I don't want nothing to happen to my card. And then 20 years later, you could get a Lambo for it.
Yeah.
You can't predict what's going to be a Charizard and what's going to be a Blue Eyes three-headed.
Well, I mean, you can kind of. I mean, Charizard is a very powerful card in the game, so, you know, I don't know. It's always been one of the very popular ones too. So, just like with Street Fighter, you can predict like who's going to be the top ones. Ken, Ryu, some of the old school, you know, like Akuma. I mean.
Like, who knew the game would stick around? Who would have knew something wouldn't have replaced it or made it look like, you know, Digimon instead of what it is today? Like that, you never know.
Yeah, no, it's true. You're right. You never know what's going to happen. But you do need to keep an eye on that when it comes to like real long-term investing, because something, you know, here's a good example is like I still have original Garbage Pail Kids NFT packs unopened, but the problem with that is that they're actually what's called a simple asset, and everything that is now launched on Wax is essentially using the Atomic Asset NFT standard. And so it's become incredibly hard to sell simple assets because you can't trade them on Atomic.
There's no marketplace support,
Right, they have very low marketplace support, and I think that's what hurt a lot of the early Garbage Pail Kid sales as well. Because
I called it in their Telegram, and they got mad at me about it, and I tried to warn them, bro, and I love their community, and it was just out of love, right? And some people may remember that, but I desperately pleaded with them not to do that, bro. I was like, I would delay it a month if you have to.
Yeah.
And they just kicked me out.
Yeah, no, and so that's one of those issues too that you got to keep in consideration as the technology moves and things like that. You got to look at that. And so I have all these older Garbage Pail Kid packs, and I'm like, man, I don't know. Maybe now is the time to sell them, because they're not gonna, you know, it may be that no, you know, exchange ever really keeps those going or something.
But they're like the underground collectibles, right?
I get that, but when it becomes too underground, then that's an issugh. It's so underground that it's 6 feet under, fool. You know, like,
yeah. I mean, you never know. Maybe Atomic will have a simple marketplace extension or toggle we could flip on. NFT Hive.
They should.
And Wax Stache, I heard, we're working on simple asset support.
Yeah, NFT Hive is working on it. I mean, you can still go to Simple Market, which, you know, works, but like I said, it's just not.
Since collectibles.io died.
Collectibles.io is done, and Myth Markets are pretty much done. You know, those are both of the places where I would used to go to do simple assets, and so I would love to see them coming to Atomic, some of the other ones. But here's a good quote. Gang says, 52% of the Ultimate packs have been opened, but when you check the Legendary cards, you find out that more than 3/4 still have not been found. So like I said, man, there was definitely something going on there with the Legendaries and the drops there. And hey, another mustache love there for Shooter. Thank you so much for the dono, man. He says,
how cool is it if there's... Oh, sorry.
Oh, he's like, more love for Stache is a really cool channel with really smart people. Thanks for the info, Stache. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thanks you for hanging out on YouTube with us.
I was just reading his comment too and being like, well, how funny would it be when you start to realize that there's so many of those cards that are in high legendary or high rarity.
Yeah.
And the pack scarcity is so low. Like
It could be, yeah.
there was only 5,000 of the Godzilla legendary packs, right?
I know. Yeah.
I think over half of them have already been burned.
That's what. Yeah. So, oh yeah. No, they've been opened.
Right, that have been opened. Right, burned open. So the scarcity of packs is insanely exponential now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So all that just hasn't caught up to the influx of scalpers. That's all.
Right. And like I said, I just, changing things like that on the fly, like during sales in the middle of it, like I just feel like that's something you should have worked out already. And I feel like
I'm learning to accept hiccups as much as I don't.
I get it, but
we have to hold everybody responsible. I'm just playing devil's advocate for a chance, right? Yeah. So I can't just agree with you on everything. And
okay, so
I think we should maybe look at this as we're in beta. This is a beta whole thing. So everything's gonna have bugs, everything's gonna suck, nothing's gonna work right, and it's probably gonna be like this for a while.
I know, I'm right there with you, man, and I've rolled with the punches. Trust me, because this is not my first top sale. Guys, I've been here buying since the very first sale of NFTs on the Wax platform ever. I had NFTs on the Wax platform before anybody was. I was putting them on like these virals, man, stickers that we had done. Me and Bosak both did them. Remember we did virals? I think
we were the first the collab with Wax officially.
I was exactly. It was like the first time I had been working with Wax forever. So there's so much going on there.
Man, now you just made me feel really bad because we have our own simple asset NFTs that we can't do anything with.
Yep, I have a bunch of mystery stashes that I originally did, and you got the Bosak ones, and we each have each other ones. I think I sent you one, I have one of yours, and so there's a bunch of those old virals. So those might be coming back, though. We talked a little about this. The op skins might be coming back. So a lot of stuff going on Wax, and it's cool and interesting. But I do want to move on because we still have a bunch more news to talk about, and we don't got a lot of time. So Upland. They just launched their pack sale today, and this is a collaboration with Blockchain Heroes. So I saw these, and I was like, the card art is like okay. And then I went and looked at some of the numbers. I'm like, dang, dude, 10,000. Like they had 10,000 of each pack that they were releasing of the 10 card packs and the 25 card packs. I'm like, that's a pretty significant supply there. And the packs are not necessarily cheap. It's $15 and $35. How did you feel about these? Did you check these out? Did you get any of these, Bosak?
Yeah, I picked up 3 of each actually, just to grab them. I'm in it kind of technically because I'm a blockchain hero with the Bitcoin bro and all that.
I know. I can't believe they still haven't made me. I've been asked to be a blockchain hero from like the very first series, man, and they were like, okay, but then they never did, and they just kept not doing it. I'm like, all right, well, it's probably not going to happen, but that's all good. But I mean, and I still support them. I love what they're doing, man. I bought all the other previous blockchain hero ones, but this one I wasn't like super jazzed on, man. I wasn't super impressed by.
Well, it depends, right? So they're still like you're right. There's a lot. There's 10,000 of each version of them. I think the one came out at like $15, right? And the other one was like what, 30, 35, something like that.
Yep.
They seem to be holding up on the secondary market around $40 for the more expensive one, around $17 to $20 for the other one. So not too much over original price points. And they're launching them in tiers. So they're not giving all 10,000 out at once. They're doing tiers.
Right. And that's what I was going to show you here on the drop. Like this next drop is going out tomorrow. So I don't know if the first one sold out. I'm going to assume it probably did, though.
I'm going to drop a $40 one on the chat right now. And this isn't sponsored or promoted or whatever. I just want to, boom, there you go. First person to click it gets a $40 Upland pack thingy.
Boom, drop. We dropped the love here, guys. Today I didn't get as many free NFTs to like ready to be able to drop on you, but we'll drop some more here at the end of the show. And we do have a prediction going on too. So if you guys are new to Theta or you've not used it, you can jump in the prediction here for Theta for the giveaway for that. And I'll close that at the end of the show for you guys.
Yeah, but they're bridging 2 blockchains, and 2 different projects together in one.
Yeah, I do like that. Yeah, I love the crossing.
Yeah, that's like multiple interoperability. So it's like inceptorability. I don't know. Is that like
that's not a word, bro.
Yeah.
No, but I feel you. I get what you're saying.
But
even
spell it?
It's not a word.
If you can't spell it, it's not a word. You're right.
So anyways, I just feel like maybe the amount of cards was a little bit too much, and the fact that really there was not a big disparity between the Titan and Hero packs for these ones too, like 10,000 of each, and you can see that clearly they gave a bunch away because there's really only 8,800 of these ones and 9,800 of these ones left.
They didn't give me any, that's for sure.
Yeah, I didn't get any either. Yeah, so enjoy. So okay, I do want to move on to the next piece of news because this was another fail.
Oh, we didn't even touch on this though. They have utility. That's all I wanted to mention. They have utility in the Upland game, so they're not just collectible pieces of art, sort of like what the blockchain heroes are, right? They're just collectibles, and they gamified that by collecting it in ways like Godzilla and Street Fighter and stuff. But these Upland NFTs have utility in Upland, and you can level them up, which gives them more utility. So it's an actual game that is doing everything that we've seen like Street Fighters and Godzilla and stuff do as well, by gamifying the NFTs, as then you let those NFTs be utilized in a game like Upland. So I just thought that was a really cool thing to see Wax getting involved in. Yeah.
No, I agree, and I think Upland is a cool concept. I played it a couple times. It's just super passive, and so I get to put them like, and then I stupidly spent a bunch of money and like traveled to New York, and then I realized I could never buy anything because everything was too expensive already, and like, dang it, now I can't get back to the airport. And I was like, all right, I'm kind of over this for now.
Now you're homeless in Upland.
Now I'm homeless. I have no money, and I'm just like, all right, man, I don't know what to do here. So
I'm gonna find Stache panhandling under an overpass.
It's true, man. I'm gonna be panhandling on the streets of New York City. I'm never gonna be able to get back to any other places. And so I want them to do like LA Long Beach area, and then maybe I would buy in at that point, but. Okay, so let's talk about this next one because, like I said, we're running out of time. But Snoop Dogg dropped a bunch of NFTs in conjunction with Crypto.com, and I mean, I don't know that could they have been like worse? I don't know, man. What do you think?
Probably not. I mean, I'd be very impressed if somebody could do a worse job at that.
So they say this collection, A Journey with the Dog, brings together Snoop Dogg's memories from his early years with art inspired by the NFT movement, including an original track, NFT, and an instant classic that is inspired by the movement. And so like you can kind of see like, the one of one edition, and like this is like the biggest open edition. There's 20,000 of these ones. But then there's a couple other ones like one of one, like this is pretty cool, but and they all have like, but I don't know, man. I just feel like
there's way too many, bro. I don't understand.
I just feel like
why would you do 20,000 of these for $500 each? How many? I can't even see. How many did they sell?
It doesn't even say. Let's go see in the marketplace. Let's see. So the current bid is $200. I don't understand. I guess this is somebody else's.
NFT. So it doesn't so there was 20,000 of them available at the time, but I guess however many sold. I bet he didn't even sell 500 of them for $500.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But like these ones, like the Snoop Dogg coins starting at $11. Let me see. Let's just go to celebrities because he may be the only one right now. Yeah. So you can get a diamond joint 20,000 edition starting at $200. These are just the ones for sale. D's nuts for $60, and then there's 500 edition. So I mean, I don't know, man. I just feel like the quality of them could have probably been a little bit better, and I hate the fact that he partnered with Crypto.com to do it. I'm not a big fan of Crypto.com and some of the kind of shady business practices I've seen them do over the last couple of years or year and a half or so. So I've never really been a good fan of that. So I don't know. I love Snoop Dogg. I mean, trust me, man. He's a huge part of my musical career and musical inspiration. And like I could go on actually and tell a lot of you guys about some of the ways that Snoop Dogg has inspired me. I'm not going to get into that. Maybe we'll talk about it. I've talked about it on like podcasts and stuff. But in general, man, I just feel like they could have done better with these. And
they
I feel
used him.
Yeah, I feel like they were a little bit thrown together, and like
Crypto.com used Snoop Dogg. That's it.
Yeah, they could have been a little bit better, done. And I don't even know, like,
it's centralized, by the way, to Crypto.com.
Yeah, I was saying, I don't even know if you can get these off the platform or how that works. I feel like it is. Yeah, I feel like it must be kind of centralized in this respect.
I'm not sure if they're even NFTs, to be honest. Like, I haven't been able to find anything like on that, but I don't really care enough to look into it. It looks more like they're digital collectibles on crypto.com centralized marketplace.
Yeah, I'm also not very sure exactly. Like, could you transfer these out? Oh, that shit's.
I'm not even sure if you can transfer them to different crypto.com users. I don't know.
DJ Snoopadelic, let's get this thing kicked off one time. Yes, sir.
Yeah, they got licensed. Yeah, crypto.com just bought some license from them. So it's like, maybe he'll be more careful with what he does with the licensing out his brand, via his name and stuff like that to companies like this.
True. It's true.
Is Snoop Dogg himself been, he has, right? He's been tweeting this out and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, he's been talking about NFTs a lot. Now he's going to be on the NFT show. So
he probably got paid by crypto.com to do this. I don't think he just did this out of his own fruition. He probably doesn't even own the NFTs themselves.
And you know what? I would love to partner with Snoop Dogg because I have a sweet ass idea for some Snoop Dogg kind of themed NFT, like a whole collection. And I don't want to talk too much about it, but I thought it would have been a really cool idea, and I would love to do something with him together and get like the art together and actually do something cool that is like quality, cool, well done pieces that do have some limited supply, are actual NFTs, can be launched on a decentralized platform. I think that would be a lot of fun. So if any of you guys out there know Snoop and you're like, hey man, you guys should go talk to my boy Stache. He's from the LBC. He lives in Long Beach, still repping Long Beach, man, and living in Long Beach, doing the damn thing. And we could get together and do some cool NFT stuff together. You know what I think?
I think Blau's going to save him. I think Blau's going to show him the way, like a true Mandalorian of NFTs, bro. Like,
I hope so, man. That would be great.
He's in the right circle. I think Blau's going to, show him the ropes and maybe, what Crypto.com did this Snoop Dogg. I'm sure Snoop can sue him because this is just embarrassing. This has not been handled properly.
I don't know if there will be any kind of lawsuit. I don't think that will happen.
That's the first thing I said. He should definitely get his lawyers on this immediately. I would. There's no way that was handled without making him look bad. It hurt his NFT image, in my opinion. I don't want to touch anything.
I feel like they're a bit hastily thrown together too. Like I don't know. Like I don't know. But it is what it is, man. But let's move on because I wanted to talk about today's artist of the week. This is a new segment we do every week now, and this week's artist of the week is Coldie. Coldie is one of the OGs of NFT and crypto art. This guy was doing it, man, in the crypto scene well before people were making art into NFTs. Really, he was out there pounding, and he's been an artist for a long time. I've actually known Coldie since before Bitcoin was created.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
We were friends, man. We were both in different industries at the time, but I met him back in the day when I was doing a lot of like a club and music promotions, and I met him through a mutual friend, and we kind of became friends and hung out a bit, and so I've known him for a long time, and then we reconnected through crypto.
I like his art style.
Yeah, I saw kind of what he was doing, and like I kind of stumbled upon. I was like, oh crap, man, you do some cool stuff. And he had moved into doing more art pieces, and had worked for LA Weekly for quite some time. But he does some really amazing pieces. So not only does he do like NFT pieces, but he does physical pieces too. And these really cool like lenticular and like 3D stereoscopic pieces where you might have to put like glasses on, like 3D glasses to like see them, the physical pieces. But he's done a ton of work in the NFT space since then. And his art style is actually very unique and cool. You can kind of see some here. Like here's an Alan Turing one. He should have called it Turing Complete. But he's decentralized pieces. And then he's done a couple other things like cool collabs, and has a very kind of unique art style. But you can see some of like his 3D pieces, and you can tell because like here's like the blue and red outline of these, and you need to have 3D glasses to kind of see the picture. And I thought that was a pretty cool thing. Not a lot of people have taken advantage of that and doing 3D or lenticulars. And something that I think he really specializes in and does a really cool job.
That's pretty badass. Actually, Nanu did that with our collab art.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's that. No, there's a difference between doing AR, right? And
no. She did the red and blue filter as well.
Okay, yeah. I did not know that. I didn't realize that. I thought it was just the AR version. That's cool. So yeah, you can see some of the stuff he's done. Like I like this lower orbit one too. Is also
I liked his depression. I think that's what it might have been called. The one up top, maybe. I think it was called depression.
Which one here? Let me see. Oh yeah, ATH depression. Yeah. And you can see like his stuff goes for big dollars too. So like I said, he's been one of the OGs here in the scene for a long time, and does a lot of really cool collabs. This one's priced at 58 Ethereum.
Yeah, I like
Crazy.
super rare way more than rareable, as opposed to verifying Taco Bell or whatever.
Right. Yep.
Super rare, and places like Nifty Gateway, like you said, unfortunately there's been a liquidity thing, but other than that, there are better marketplaces, and rareables or super rare is definitely one of the best.
Yeah, I like the Citadel one. It's pretty cool. Or the day we've all been waiting for. I like that one. Disto Punk 3D. So like, yeah, he has a very particular art style, and he uses a lot of like 3D, but then like it like being static 3D, but then you can see these pieces that are actually 3D pieces, right, rotating around.
Yeah, it's pretty trippy.
Cool. And then kind of just looking at the other side of that, like yeah, he does, but he also does like these actual prints of these. So when you see like these, what did I just do? There we go. So when you see some of these pieces that you can buy the NFT version, you can also buy. Man, what the hell is going on here? You can also buy like the print versions of them. So like here's like these they're the 3D lenticulars I was talking about, and lenticular is a specific. It's like when you used to get those old baseball cards and you kind of move them one way and they do something, and you move them another way and they do something. That's what these things are. And so these are actual lenticulars of these pieces that you've had, and I think they're pretty cool. It's got the Edward Snowden one. Here's a couple other ones that are limited edition. So he does a lot of physical pieces. We got to hang
out with him at Bitcoin 2019, didn't we?
Yeah.
Wasn't he there?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly, man. He was there. He was exhibiting his pieces, and I got to hang out with him a little bit there. And I'm not sure if he's going to be at Bitcoin 2021, but me and you will both be at Bitcoin 2021, and hopefully we'll see
Tony
Coldie
Hawk going to be there?
Is what?
Isn't Tony Hawk supposed to be there, or he was before it got delayed? Is he still being there?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe he's on the docket to speak. They have a huge host.
That's the only reason I'm showing up. I'm showing up because of Tony Hawk. That's it.
You're bullshit. You're showing up because you want to hang out with all the bros.
I know, but I just want him to know when I see him that I'm only here for him.
I only came for you, Tony. I only have eyes for you.
I think the crypto space could probably chip in enough money to buy back the Tony Hawk IP from what's the name? I forget the name of the company that owns.
Is it EA?
But he's been trying to buy Tony Hawk back.
Yeah.
He wants to own the Masters.
Decentralized deserves more inspection.
I lost my.
The decentralized. That's like this whole series that he did. So. Big ups to Coldie, and he is our artist of the week. Go and check him out on Twitter. He's at Coldie, and you can go see more of his work and collaborations. He does a lot of collaborations with some really big name artists. So always great to see him continue to do some stuff. Isn't that one a feel? Yeah, he did. He's done tons of collaborations with all these big name artists, guys. So he's definitely an OG in the space. All right, let's move on. We got a couple more pieces that we want to talk about today in general. And a couple of things that we've kind of touched on before, but Project Antarctis is one of the very first to sell scenes from a movie, and this is a movie that was in theaters. It was a documentary that these three friends put together, and they're one of the ones. They're the first project to ever sell like the actual scenes from the movie. So whereas we saw like SNL, you're not actually getting the video scene or anything. You're just getting like a facsimile of it, right? These guys have done that, and they're the first ones to do so. And so they've been doing auctions of these one of one movie scenes here over the last week or so. And Ken is so proud. And we had to talk about it, that he got this little penguin scene. This is like his love right here. Is this penguin scene that from the movie? And how much did you pay for this, Ken?
$2,000.
$2,000 for this cuddly, cute little penguin. But this is a one of one, and I mean, I think it's a pretty cool scene in general. You can see it's all about like emperor penguins, and this is part of their documentary they did when they
went to Antarctica. Audio, video, it's a scene from the documentary. Obviously, I don't own the IP to redistribute or whatever, right? Like we were talking about with the SNL one. But yeah, this was the mint one of one, and it was their very first one. If you looked at their templates, this was the first mint that they made of their one of ones.
Yeah. So pretty cool that they're working and doing that. I think that we're going to see a lot more of the movie industry getting into NFTs, and Wax is a great place to do that, man. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw more and more stuff coming to Wax in that category.
Any more that come in are great for me because I got the first one of the first ones, and and I don't plan on selling it. So it's available for $1 million, but that's like my way of saying it's not.
There you go. Yeah. So $1 million, you guys could also own this. Yeah, maybe someone will throw down and then you'll have an instant $1 million, but then you'll not have your cuddly cute penguins and you'll feel like a sucker.
It depends, right? What if one of the directors from the film get crypto rich and want to buy back their NFTs?
That's true. Yeah. And this was an auction. Someone was asking, Shooter was asking in chat. Yeah, this was an auction. So it went up pretty good in comparison to some of the other ones.
There was a good amount of bids. I think you got up to 30-something bids I was trying to get on. And yeah, the people, I was looking at the people that were getting in, they all had a pretty decent, stacked wallet. And I think maybe they just stopped competing with me out of respect because I was really trying to get this
Ken was going on to every Telegram saying, don't bid on this NFT.
I was, because I just wanted the cute penguin and somebody was just going to buy it to sell it for like whatever.
Probably,
and I'd rather hold it forever or... Yeah, sell it for $1 million, but they get 10%, and then I get to make money and maybe give them money to make another documentary. So
yeah, for sure. And just to plug myself real quick, I do have 2 auctions going on right now for these 2 diamond editions that I did with Senior Lupe. These are me and his first collaborations ever. These get great staking on rPlanet, and there's there's only one bid on this one right now. It's at 100 wax, which was only $23. That's a lot lower than what we listed for originally. So if you guys want to jump on that, you can definitely come and check out my auctions. I'm gonna just drop a link in chat real quick. Shameless self plug, but really because I'm trying, I'm trying to get some more of these sold out there because I love what Senior Lupe is doing with his collection, and I love being able to support him. And so if you guys like the work, definitely go try and pick one up.
I sent you 2 links in Telegram real quick for the remember we talked about it earlier last week too, the Oscar nominated NFT that I got. It's an Academy Award nominated documentary I got mint number 1 of. And that comes with a hard drive of the full documentary on it. So I get a physical collectible with that NFT.
Yeah.
And there's only so many people that will have a backup of it, so to speak. And then I sent you a link for Miss Natoshi. She sold ethereal kicks. The blockchain blockchain kicks of NFTs that if you buy the NFT, you can redeem them for physical shoes that you can wear that have these prints on it that are, on, pretty well-known branded shoes.
Yeah. So here they are right here. And this is actually pretty cool. Thanks for reminding me, because we talked about this last week that we were gonna feature it. But then you did not send me the link, and I forgot.
I forgot too, but I sent you the link just now.
Yeah, so and this is actually pretty cool. I want to see more of this too. I'm not a huge fan of this design. I'm not gonna lie. Like I wouldn't sport these. I feel like it kind of like you have the red and white. I mean the red and black like lines, but then the rest of the shoe is like very purple and like I don't know. I would have liked it to be like a purple stripe right here. So it really like felt like it matched. I feel like this is kind of like a print on a shoe that like doesn't necessarily go together with it. I love the concept. I want to see more of her doing this, but that was the thing that was a little disappointing to me, and the reason why I didn't go after something like this.
Well, everybody's been doing shoe NFTs. These were the first that were redeemable for
an actual shoe. Yeah, which I wish that was how most of them were.
Yeah, because a lot of them look pretty damn cool.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so just a couple more things we want to talk about here real quick. So when we talk about, up and coming markets, right? Tezos has recently launched NFTs. And the other week we featured Calumet as one of the very first marketplaces for Tezo NFTs. But there's a new one too, and it's called High Set Nook. I'm not really sure how you say that, man. I don't know how you break it up, but this is the website, and you can go here and actually easily create Tezo's NFTs, and you can see there's a bunch of people who have pushed them here. It's a very minimalist site, so there's no like there's no like searchy type of function here. Maybe it's through here. I don't really know. It's very minimal. There's like some DAO members or something. I'm not really sure exactly how it works. I guess I needed, but. Like I go to about like so it's just but it is a decentralized application, so it's Hic et Nook. So I had it not pronounced right. But it's another like emerging NFT marketplace on the Tezos blockchain, which has been really pushing for NFT adoption there. And they are on IPFS, which is cool, and you can mint them like right here through this interface pretty easily. You put the title, description, tags, the amount, and then upload the object. and you can see they actually have a lot of different objects you can upload, which is really cool. I love the fact that they expand on that a lot. You know, some places you can only upload certain types of objects, and this one they allowed you to do a lot. So like a BMP, which I don't know who's still using that, but GIFs, JPEGs, PNGs, SVGs, TIFFs, WebPs, MP4, OGVs, QuickTime, WebM, GLBs, MP3, OGA, PDFs, HTML, and zip archive. So it's I mean, that's a pretty wide variety of things. Okay, so then running through a couple more things before we close out here. Immutable X coming soon, guys. This is going to be the largest NFT scaling solution for Ethereum. They have partnered with some of the biggest names, and they just announced not too long ago they are partnering with OpenSea. So they'll be supporting trading on Immutable X, and this is basically a gas-free layer 2 solution for NFTs. You know, as they say, it embraces in decentralization at its core. You know, they keep saying it's coming out soon. It was supposed to come out like the 1st, and I know it's coming, but we're still kind of here waiting around for it, and it should be here anytime. In general, this kind of also aligns with the fact that Enjin also launched their JumpNet here recently too today, and so both these solutions are kind of competing now for being the #1 layer 2 solution with no gas fees for NFTs. But JumpNet kind of goes along with the whole other ecosystem that they've done for Efinity. If you guys are interested in learning more about Efinity and JumpNet and Enjin, what's going on there, I did a whole video breakdown of that on my YouTube, so you can go check that out on YouTube there, and I would love support by watching that.
What happens to these layer 2s when Ethereum scales to 2.0 and actually works? They just become obsolete.
Well, I mean, I don't know that's true, because you know, layer 2, ETH 2.0 is not going to be 0 fees. So there'll still be fees for sure, and a lot of people actually predict that it's not going to actually do much to really help reduce the fees that much. So we'll see. I mean, we don't really know at this point. It's kind of like meh. But this is 0 gas fee. This is literally nothing. So you can trade all day long. I can go in and start trading all my Gods Unchained cards, putting them in the marketplace, fusing my cards together so I can sell them, all the things. And then a bunch of games are jumping on this too. Some of my favorites like War Riders are jumping on board, and a whole host of other ones. So
you have to still get your Ethereum NFT onto their sidechain though.
That's how it is with everything. Yep. Unfortunately, same thing with Enjin,
so you're
and
still paying
Efinity.
gas. I mean, to me, it makes no sense. It sounds like slavery with extra steps, Rick.
Right, and that's true, and so that's what I'm saying. So it is a partial solution here, in particular going forward. Not as good of a solution for things that already exist on the network. So for anything that's going forward after this, I think it makes a lot of sense. But for everything you have on Ethereum right now, you're kind of screwed no matter what, because yes, there'll be a fee.
Really?
You have to get it.
Why would you pay to get it onto a sidechain when you can just use a bridge to bring it to Wax? I'm just saying there's a lot more solutions than sidechain solutions out there. Because
well, you're still you're still, like I said, because if you're using it within most of these things that they're launching on Immutable X are gaming assets. So you could do that on Wax, but then you couldn't use it in the game.
Not in that game, but there might be a game that uses it on the EOS blockchain.
I mean, possibly, but you know, I would say it's a little bit at this time. I haven't heard of anything doing that, and that's not something that can happen.
I'm saying it's all possible. That's all. I'm speculating.
Yeah, and there's lots of cool things that can happen, but this is what's happening right now. And so I think in general, you know, we'll see how this goes, but you know, hopefully it should help with the future of some of these things. So you know, we don't have to worry about waiting around to trade on marketplaces to do things. We can actually start moving those assets now, and hopefully there'll be something like a bulk move. You know, that's where the same thing I was hoping for when it comes to Efinity and Enjin. There's some sort of bulk move feature, so it's all done in one transaction or a batch transaction where you can get it to where the fees are lower, and you're not trying to do every individual item. Because I mean, think like I have like 2,000 plus Gods Unchained cards. I mean, doing each one of those individually would be a pain in the ass, and it would be incredibly expensive. And so like I said, I'm hopeful. We need something, man. We need something. We need ETH 2.0 to come out.
But when you're saying like 2,000 plus NFTs, it's still going to be really expensive to get them onto Immutable X sidechain. It's still going to be expensive.
I know.
Adding all that up.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. So that's the one thing I am still worried about, because there's no real solution for that period. So it may be that the solution is
what I mean. So sidechains to me aren't really solutions, because
I 100% agree. I 100% agree with you. Like right now, it's the only solution we do have, and that's the pity of it. I would say is that, you know, with ETH 2.0 coming, hopefully that will alleviate some of these problems. but I don't know, and it's like, and I don't know if this is going to help either.
Direction though, aren't we just incentivizing the business model for, there's more money in treatment than a cure? These side chains are treatments to a disease that Ethereum has, and the cure is being very disincentivized to be built infrastructurally because the economics and finances surrounding the outside solutions, those treatments.
Right, and I agree with you there, but what I'm saying is that whereas the way you're looking at it too, and the way you're analyzing it right now is for everything that's already been on Ethereum. So you're right there. But everything that can now be built going forward from now using these solutions is already on these chains and doesn't have to be moved and is not going to cost anything. So that allows people in games that have been locked into the Ethereum network and been kind of screwed because of gas fees, they can now continue to develop and start doing more with their community and actually doing things. So I think that there is a lot of value there in that and the scalability that it offers in going in a new direction or going from that point on. But yeah, you're right. It definitely does not help for anything existing, and that is also an issue. So we'll see how things go with this, but I do still think it is quite a step in the right direction. Okay, so I mean that's about what we have to talk about today. I had one or two more things on there, but we're gonna have to push them to next week because we're already over time, guys. I do appreciate everyone hanging out with us as usual. Man, we had a ton of people watching on both YouTube and on Theta. Obviously on Theta, that's where we do all the drops and the giveaways and stuff like that. So if you are on YouTube, you can always join us on Theta or hang out on YouTube. No worries there. We love you. We love you no matter what. We love you no matter where you're at. But a lot of fun is here on the Theta platform, and that's where you can get all the good giveaways and all that stuff. So closing out the prediction, are NFTs the best ever? Yes, of course. So definitely someone's going to be getting hooked up on this prediction, and stick around and chat if you're on Theta. We're going to drop some more NFTs on you. So if you guys are seeing links, you're going to be able to get those too. And I'm going to close this giveaway before we get out of here so someone else gets some of this great T-Fuel that I have in this giveaway. Let's see it drop and win us.
Off a mint #1 membership NFT. I posted the link in the chat if anybody's interested. I just gave away an NFT as well.
Boom, dropping it like it's hot. Thank you so much, Bosak. And I'm gonna drop some NFTs here too as we get out of here. A couple of badges and some emotes here to people. And these are NFTs too, so they're on the Theta platform, and I'm excited for that to launch here because it's gonna be really interesting to see their entry here. So. And congrats to everybody else. All right, that's it. We're done. This is the NFT Beat. We'll see you guys next Tuesday. We out.
Have a day, have a week, have a